Evening, and it's 13 minutes past 8. Now, as I mentioned earlier when speaking to Zina Khan, we love to spotlight British Asian talent on this show. And Hari Trivedi easily falls into this category. He is a Leicester-based sound healer and tabla artist who has just released a meditative album called Time is Blind. And he's here with me now in the studio. Welcome to the show, Hari.
Hello, Shruti. Good evening. Good evening.
It would help if I turned the right fader up. I promise you I'm better at this. Okay, to begin with, let's talk about the cricket because we're all still processing and we can support each other, I think.
Of course.
Your thoughts on the match?
What a day. No, it's been quite emotional. A lot of roller coasters. I've got 2 little girls and they always look at me like, Daddy, calm. But it's been, a great series so far.
It took ages and ages, today's match, but it could have gone either way.
Yeah, it could have gone either way. And
it was so painful the way it unfolded towards the end.
I know, so unfortunate. My heart goes out to him, of course.
Yes. Are you an England fan usually or an Indian fan when it comes to cricket?
When India is playing England, it's always India. If England's playing someone else, then my heart's with England. But
See, this is such a complex thing, isn't it? Because I've been asking listeners this today. I'm a proud British person, as you are, I guess. But whenever it comes to cricket, my heart will always be with India. Is that wrong?
No, I don't think it's wrong. People, you should be able to support who you want. And I think it's around the house as well. Well, for me, it was from growing up. Family, friends, dad and everyone. It's a big part of our life. Yeah,
for sure. Okay, so we're going to talk about your new album. But first, I just have to ask you this question. What is a sound healer?
So a sound healer. Do you know what? There are many interpretations of it. We connect with music, as you know. And when it comes to healing or to bring calm in the body, sound healing for me is done through, because I've been playing tabla for such a long time and it's helped me to just be who I am and find focus. But if we're talking about like a sound bath, that's when I may be playing the sound bowls and they are tuned to a different frequency and they help to regulate blood pressure, help to regulate anxiety levels and just bring a bit of peace in the body. And people do it in different ways. They may use a gong or they may use different modalities as well. But I think the aim of it is just to bring some balance within.
Well, I think we probably underestimate what music can do for us in terms of healing. Like we're all used to sometimes when a song a song makes you feel better for a particular emotion, like if you've had a breakup or if you need a pick-me-up. But there is a deeper function for music, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. So true. And it touches our emotions every time. It takes you back to a memory as well, like when you're with your friends, certain tracks or certain types of music. So it's deeply connected to us, I find.
So let's talk about this album. I want to say a massive congratulations. It is gorgeous.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is my 5th album now. And Time is Blind is the new album. Artwork is by my daughter, Urja.
Yeah, see, this does not look... How old is your daughter?
She's
Urja?
8.
She's 8. This does not look like an 8-year-old's artwork.
She loves art.
These are such sophisticated brush strokes. How on earth did she do this? Is she a prodigy?
Do you know what? I think she's going to be a lot better than what I can draw.
Yes, I actually know this because we should probably just admit that we've known each other since we were little.
Since childhood,
yes. And you were very, very good at art.
Yeah, so art's still with me, still doing my graphics and painting and drawing. So she's always seen it around, but she loves detail. So anything meticulously detailed, she'll be there, sat for hours.
Yes. So talk to me about this album. How did it come about?
So Time is Blind, this album, actually, you know what? I produced this within 2 months. But the tracks have kind of been in my head for past 3, 4, 5, 6 years. I just never knew what to do with some of the lyrics or some of the tracks. And as soon as I got one of my other drums, I thought, you know what, this is all fitting together. And it didn't take so long to put together.
Yeah. How did you decide kind of the order of it and kind of the editing process? I know you said it came together very quickly, but those are all very difficult decisions you have to make when you're putting an album together.
Exactly. Yeah, well, that took a lot of thought. I actually made 30 tracks and I put out 14. So there was a lot of
30 tracks.
There was a lot of chopping and changing going on. And the order, I think it just came to me. I thought these seem to fit well for me. And that's the order that I think this is the order I made them in.
Okay,
Yeah,
so quite logical.
Yeah.
Time is Blind. What is the meaning behind that and all of the songs that are on this album?
Sure.
What does it mean to you?
So for me, Time is Blind, it meant that, we're always talking about, I don't have time, we're always rushing. Have you got the time? Have you got time for me? And when I think of time, well, it's always been there, the eternal clock, so to speak. And for me, everyone has the same amount of time. What do we do with it? So I thought, this seems to be quite fitting. Time is blind.
That's really interesting. And I think this says something about your positive outlook, because depending on which way you look at it, people might say time waits for no one, that actually quite often we run out of time. But you're saying that actually time is a constant and is there for all of you. It's about how you perceive it and how you utilize your time. Then it's always going to be there for you, isn't it?
Exactly right. Yeah. So time is always there. It's whenever you have time to make anything, just go for it, I think.
And tell me a little bit about some of these tracks. We've got Vrindavan Calls, we've got Divine Mercy, we've got Himalayas, we've got Heart of Ma.
Right, so they're all based around the divine feminine and masculine, Kali Ma or Ma and Shiva as well. And so Vrindavan Calls, I actually recorded this in Vrindavan when I went in North India. And this was recorded in a temple where there were some old ladies singing hymns of Krishna. And I've recorded the few samples from it, and it's been sat with me for the past 6-7 years. Just couldn't figure out what to do with it, but it came together here.
Okay, so you said you were at Vrindavan, so faith is obviously a really big part of your life.
That's right.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, sure. So faith for me is just bringing people together. How can I be of service to you? How can I help others? There's no higher faith in my eyes than being of service. Whether I'm helping a neighbor or family, friends. And we've connected through many ways like that, right? From childhood.
Yeah.
And
And music is such a big part of I think collective faith, but also your faith, as I can see.
Yeah. So music brings us together. I'll play with a jazz band, or I may play with a different group that we're starting, or I may play with a DJ, I might play classical. So I don't see any boundaries in music. That's one thing that ties us together, frequency or sound.
And I think you've passed that on to your children, because throughout this album, I heard the voices of your little girls.
Yeah, so Bravi's on the first track, reciting Jai Mata Kali. I recorded her on the sly. She was there singing with her little books open. Urja's on the other track as well, with a bit of spoken word. And I always get the tracks vetted by them. How does it sound? Oh, this sounds good. This sounds great.
I bet they're brutally honest with you as well. Like, Daddy, no, that's not working.
I don't like this.
But they must be so proud of you. Do you think they quite understand what's going on?
I think they do, because they know, Daddy's making music, or they'll either come and sit there and listen, how are things coming together. And also Dipna, my wife, she always listens. I've got 3 women in the house that do listen to the music and give good feedback.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about you as an artist before you began creating all of this music.
Yeah.
Where did your musical journey begin?
So I started learning tabla when I was 5, and I started in school. I learned from Gurmeet Virdi for many years until he was around. And then I carried on my tabla tutorage with Ustad Pritam Singh. And over the past, I was just talking to Pamjit from Indian Summer, that this was my 14th year with them.
Wow.
So I've done all 14 of them. I played in other festivals, Cosmopolitan Festival and different collaborative groups. And I think the passion, I started producing more music in lockdown. So
that's when a lot of people basically just put more time into their passion. So prior to that, were you pursuing another career, or were you always thinking about music seriously?
So music was always there. I'd always wanted to make music, but I just never had the time.
Yeah.
And like the tools and everything were there. The collaborations were there. And I'd recorded on a few albums too. And I thought, I need to get something out. So I started doing it for a company I used to work for, just to make sound healing for the staff during that time. And it just grew from there.
And sound healing, so how did that impact? So that was a really tricky time for so many people.
Yeah.
How did that impact the people that you were working with?
So there was a lot of stress, a lot of uncertainty is what I found. And they needed a time, because as a company, we were 200-300 people when I was with them. And then we were all separate from home. And this was the one time every Friday I'd produce a track for them, whether it's my singing bowls or just piano or just some gentle chords or something, about half an hour track. And they'd all listen to it. And I'd get live feedback. Oh, this is really good. It's helping me. I think we're onto something here.
Yeah. And you have since done so much work around holistic wellness. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So I started pursuing my therapy practice in Estonia. So I learnt Ayurvedic massage, holistic massage, Reiki from childhood actually, and it's all come together. I'm doing my MA in psychology of mental health. So slowly all changing from graphics to the calmer side.
And for anyone who doesn't quite understand or know much about holistic wellness or sound healing, you touched on it at the start anyway, but how would you best explain holistic wellness and how music fits into that?
So if we're doing movement or yoga, if you wish to call it, then I might play something in the background, something calming, also or no music or just the sound of nature, right? And so sound healing will fit into that. It may fit into if I'm doing a head massage or if I'm doing a back massage or something, just something really calming. And people find certain singing bowls appeal to them more. After a session, they go, I like this one more, or I like this other smaller one more. So everyone will have a preference sometimes as well. And many newcomers do come, curious minds. And we find that, because there's no talking, I might guide them initially, but after it's in their hands. So there's no other tutoring through the session. So it's their space to just step away from the noise.
Step away and pursue whatever they may feel, their emotions, and just let that flow and let it kind of see where it takes them, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we are going to press play on your track, or one of the tracks from your album, in just a moment. But before that, how can people find you online?
Okay, so if you wish to find me online, look for my name on there, which is, I go by the name Ishan-Sattva as a producer. So Ishan. Yeah, Sattva, Sattva. So you'll find me on Instagram and all the rest of them as well, Ishan-Sattva, or look for Hari Trivedi and you'll still find me.
Amazing. It's been so lovely talking to you,
Thank
Hari,
you so much, Shruti.
as always. Why don't you go ahead and introduce the title track from your album for us?
Okay, so this is Time is Blind, the title track of the album, Time is Blind.
Time is Blind. That is the title track of the album by Hari Trivedi. And didn't that just carry you away? It certainly carried me away. And the album is full of tracks like that just make you think, that make you calm you down, and also make you feel really uplifted. So many emotions I felt listening to that album. So if you want to find it, you can catch it online. You can get it online. But if you want to give Hari a follow, you can find him at Ishan.Sattva on Instagram. That's ISHAN.Sattva, SATTVA. Or you can find his website, Ishan-Sattva.com. And if you missed my chat with him, then you can listen back on the BBC Sounds app. Just find today's show and fast forward an hour and 15 minutes in.
Shruti Chauhan, BBC Radio Leicester.